wrestlers and the WFI continues to escalate. Protesting wrestlers are now in Haridwar and they will immerse their medals in the river Ganga and then sit on an indefinite hunger strike at India Gate. Wrestlers include Sakshi Malik, Bajrang Punia and Sangeeta Fogart are leading this agitation, demanding immediate action against Brij Bhushan Singh, who continues to serve as the WFI president. Brij Bhushan has been booked on charges of sexual harassment, and this includes even against a minor. He has stepped aside from key duties at the WFI but continues to serve as the president. This also comes after the Delhi police detained the protesting wrestlers on Sunday as they marched towards the inauguration of the new parliament building. Let's listen in now to what Brij Bhushan Singh, the man in the center of this storm, has to say.
ब्रिज भूषण जी काफी विवाद में पड़े। अब पहलवान भी यहाँ से चले गए, उनका रन बसेरा उजड़ गया है। अब आगे क्या इरादा है, मतलब क्या रास्ता दिख रहा है?
देखिए, मैं तो केवल एक ही रास्ता देख रहा हूं कि दिल्ली पुलिस की जांच जो चल रही है उसी से कोई रास्ता निकलेगा। और मुझे दिल्ली पुलिस की जांच पर पूरा भरोसा है। दिल्ली पुलिस ने हमको 2 दिन बुलाया और 6-6 घंटे बैठ करके पूछताछ की, और आगे भी बुलाएगी तो जाएंगे। तो अब रास्ता मेरे हाथ में नहीं है, सब दिल्ली पुलिस के हाथ में है।
अब आगे क्या करना चाहिए, क्योंकि रेसलिंग को काफी नुकसान हुआ है। भारत की जो कुश्ती है, सारी प्रक्रिया ही रुक गई है, गतिविधियां रुक गई हैं।
अब तो जल्द से जल्द चुनाव कराना चाहिए, जल्द से जल्द चुनाव कराना चाहिए। और बाकी जो बाहर टीम जानी है वो तो जो एडहॉक कमेटी बनी है वो कर रही है, लेकिन इससे जो टूर्नामेंट होने थे वो रुक गए। अब टूर्नामेंट ना होने के कारण टीम तो चली जाएगी, लेकिन जो बच्चों को सर्टिफिकेट मिलते थे, स्टेट चैंपियनशिप के जिले का सर्टिफिकेट मिलता था, फिर स्टेट का सर्टिफिकेट मिलता था, फिर नेशनल का सर्टिफिकेट मिलता था, जो कहीं ना कहीं एडमिशन में, नौकरी में काम आता है, वो सारी चीजें रुक गई हैं।
पहले आप पे आरोप लगा कि आप पुलिस स्टेशन के चार्ज लगाए, फिर पॉश के चार्जेस लगाए, फिर आप दुर्व्यवहार के चार्जेस लगे, तो चार्जेस लगातार बदलते जा रहे हैं। क्या कहना है आपका? एकदम कहीं कोई इतने पहलवान, आपको 3 पहलवान बैठे।
देखिए, जब शुरू में ये रेसलर आए थे तो इनकी डिमांड थी कि अध्यक्ष पद से मुझे हटना चाहिए। शाम को इन्होंने मेरे ऊपर आरोप लगा दिया यौन उत्पीड़न का, और साथ ही साथ जब मीडिया के लोगों ने पूछा कि आपके साथ हुआ तो इन्होंने इनकार कर दिया। पहले बताया कि 9-10 लोगों के साथ हुआ है, लेकिन मेरे साथ नहीं हुआ है। फिर इनकी संख्या 100 हो गई और 100 से 1000 तक चली गई। और जब खेल मंत्रालय ने जो समिति बनाई थी और एक ओलंपिक के नेतृत्व में, उस समिति में 17 लड़कियां पेश की गई थी। 17 लड़कियों को बुलाया गया था, उसमें कोई नाबालिग लड़की नहीं थी। और उसी समय मैंने एक कैसेट दिया था, जो बजरंग पूनिया किसी लड़की से बात कर रहे थे कि कोई लड़की का इंतजाम कर दो, तो कैसेट मैंने दोनों जगह दे दिया था, आईओ में भी, आईओ की कमेटी में भी, और खेल मंत्रालय के समिति की कमेटी में भी मैंने वो दे दिया था। अब देखिए, लेकिन ये दोबारा जब धरने पर बैठे तो उसमें कोई पास्को की लड़की नहीं थी, नाबालिग लड़की नहीं थी, लेकिन दोबारा जब धरने पर बैठे तो ये एक लड़की नाबालिग इंतजाम करके ले आए। और मुझे ये बात मालूम थी, मैंने पहले दोनों कमेटियों को बता दिया था कि ये प्रमाण है कि ये लड़की मेरे खिलाफ ढूंढी जा रही है, और वो ले ही आए और फिर दोबारा धरने पर बैठ गए। मैं तो खेल मंत्रालय की जो जांच समिति बनी उसका भी कोई विरोध नहीं किया। आईओ ने जब मुझे बुलाया तब मैं गया, उसका विरोध नहीं किया। दिल्ली पुलिस 2-2 दिन, 6-6, 7-7 घंटे, 2 दिन कम से कम अब तक मुझसे पूछताछ कर चुकी है, मैंने कभी विरोध नहीं किया। लेकिन इनका पेट नहीं भर रहा है, ये खुद नहीं जानते हैं। अभी इसी बीच में एक सज्जन मिले, नाम नहीं लूंगा, जो कुछ बातचीत इन लोगों से कर रहे थे। मैंने उनसे पूछा कि तो क्या परिणाम क्या निकला, तो उन्होंने कहा भाई ये लोग खुद नहीं जानते हैं कि मुझे क्या चाहिए, ये अपने हाथ में है ही नहीं है, ये दूसरे के हाथ में है, ये खुद अपने मालिक नहीं है, इनका कोई मालिक दूसरा, ये खुद कंफ्यूज है कि ये चाहते क्या है।
ब्रिज भूषण शरण सिंह हमेशा पहलवानों के लड़ता चला आया है जब से वो रेसलिंग फेडरेशन में है। क्या ब्रिज भूषण शरण सिंह जी दोषी हैं इस मामले में?
अरे कोई सवाल ही नहीं, कोई सवाल ही नहीं, मैंने पहले कह दिया था, कोई सवाल ही नहीं, कोई सवाल ही नहीं, कोई सवाल ही नहीं, मैंने पहले कह दिया था। हमने कहा था कि दास कबीर ने ओढ़ी चुनरिया, ज्यों की त्यों दह दीनी चुनरिया झीनी रे झीनी। मैं फिर कहना चाहता हूं आपसे यश भाई कि मेरे इस चुनरी पर एक भी दाग कोई नहीं लगा सकता है। क्यों नहीं लगा सकता है? कि मैं दूसरे को नहीं जानता हूं, अपने आप को जानता हूं, अपने चरित्र को जानता हूं, अपने कार्य व्यवहार को जानता हूं।
न्यूज़ 18 से बात करने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद ब्रिज भाई।
आपको बहुत काफी।
Amitabh Sinha, who spoke to Brij Bhushan, is also joining us live. Amitabh ji, the question certainly is कि इनका कहना है कि जो प्रोटेस्टिंग रेसलर्स हैं वो अपना गोल पोस्ट बार बार चेंज कर रहे हैं और जो आरोप वो लगा रहे हैं वो भी बार बार बदल रहा है। लेकिन सवाल ये है कि दो जो केसेस हुए हैं उसमें से एक केस जो हुआ है वो पॉक्सो के अंडर में हुआ है और पॉक्सो का ये रूल है कि सबसे पहले जो आरोपी है उसको गिरफ्तार किया जाए, तो उस बुनियाद पर तो ब्रिज भूषण जी को गिरफ्तार करना चाहिए।
उन्होंने यही दलील दी, आपने उनके बयान में सुना भी कि जो पॉक्सो का जो केस लाकर उन्होंने सामने दिया है, जो कमेटी को उन्होंने दिया था, उस पॉक्सो केस में भी कई खामियां थी और उन्हें कोई ऐसी रेसलर मिली ही नहीं थी जो उनके साथ जंतर मंतर पर बैठी। उनका कहना है कि ये भी उन लोगों की इजाद है जो इनके खिलाफ तमाम एक के बाद एक आरोप लगाते चले गए हैं। पिछले 4 महीने में हर बार स्टैंड बदलते चले गए हैं। कभी कमेटी बनाने की बात की, फिर इनको हटाने की बात की, फिर इनके खिलाफ FIR की बात की। इनका कहना है कि जब उनका एक दांव नहीं चलता है तो वो दूसरा दांव लेकर चले आते हैं, इसलिए हमारे खिलाफ ये तमाम साजिशें हो रही हैं। और उन्होंने एक चीज तो टाल ठोक कर कही है कि उनका कोई दोष नहीं है और ही इज रेडी टू बी हैंग इफ एनी ऑफ द स्मॉल एलिगेशन इज प्रूव्ड। उन्होंने कहा है उन्होंने कोई गिल्टी नहीं है। हमने काफी देर उनसे बात की थी, इसके बाद भी उन्होंने सीधे कहा था कि उनके खिलाफ ये तमाम साजिशें हैं। अब लेकिन भारत की रेसलिंग के लिए उन्होंने 2 ही अपील की है कि जो भारत की कुश्ती है जो लगातार आगे जा रही थी उसको इस ठहराव से रोकने के लिए जल्दी से जल्दी चुनाव करवाए जाए और जो भी टूर्नामेंट्स हैं उसको फिर से करवाया जाए ताकि भारत के पहलवानों को आगे आने वाले दिनों में ऐसी कोई मुश्किलों का सामना न करना पड़े अंतर्राष्ट्रीय जगत में। ये उनका सबसे बड़ा दर्द है।
Okay, before I let you go, I also want to understand from you, because he is clearly saying that there is a larger conspiracy against him because there are certain political parties which seem to be backing the wrestlers. Does he have evidence to back his claim?
देखिए, वो खुलकर तो कुछ नहीं कह रहा है। वो कम से कम ऑन रिकॉर्ड तो ऐसा उन्होंने कुछ नहीं कहा, लेकिन उनका ये कहना है कि हर बारी एक फ्रेश सेट ऑफ डिमांड के साथ इन पहलवानों का चला आना। पहली बार जब अगर अनुराग ठाकुर उनसे मिले थे, एक ओवरसाइट कमेटी बनी थी, तो उस कमेटी के बनने के बाद इन्होंने अपने पद को छोड़ दिया था। इन्होंने ये भी ऐलान कर दिया था ब्रिज भूषण शरण सिंह ने कि वो चुनाव नहीं लड़ेंगे, लेकिन उसके बाद भी वो फिर नए सेट ऑफ डिमांड लेके आ गए, नए आरोप लेकर आ गए। फिर सुप्रीम कोर्ट गए, उसके बाद कहा कि इनको गिरफ्तार करो। तो ये तमाम चीजें हैं। उनका ये कहना है कि अगर कोर्ट में भी मामला है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी देखा, दिल्ली पुलिस इसकी जांच कर रही है, भारत सरकार इसको देख रही है, खेल मंत्रालय, तो ऐसे में सबको बाईपास करके इनकी ये डिमांड कहाँ से जायज है, इसका कहीं से औचित्य ही नहीं बनता। ये उनके तमाम जो बदलते स्टैंड है उसके औचित्य पर ही सवाल उठा रहे हैं।
All right. Amitabh Sinha, really appreciate your time, and I'm going to go straight to Haridwar where Nikhil is joining me live from. We also have Imtiaz Anees, former Olympian, joining us. Imtiaz, I'm coming to you. When we look at these visuals, they are certainly very, very worrying. You know, because these are those who have brought glory to India. For them to reach such a stage of desperation that they're going ahead and throwing their hard-fought and hard-earned medals into Ganges is something that should worry all of us.
Absolutely. I think it's very, very sad that, these people, and people don't realize it's not only about winning the medal. They've put 4-5 years of working towards winning this medal. Whether you win or you don't win, as being an Olympian, the work that goes into it is only for one thing, for pride for the Indian country. And my thing is, in this whole situation is whether it's right, whether it's wrong, Nobody should be treated like this. They should be given a fair trial. They should be, there should be some decorum. I mean, these people are our warriors. They're like our freedom fighters. They're people that we should be looked up upon. You look at teachers, you look at people like this. This is what I feel, that whatever it is, whether it's right, wrong, whoever the allegations are, at least give them a correct platform to speak.
Okay. So when you say that let the allegations be investigated, the Delhi police is investigating those allegations. We are seeing, the government is looking into it. The sports, the cases before the Supreme Court, and then these action. That's what the government is indicating. That why give up your medals or throw medals?
It just becomes to whether it's given up. It just shows how bad it must be. You know what I mean? If somebody can give up their medal, it's not an easy thing. Today, this is what, as an Olympian or as a sports person, that's all we live for, is to it's not only about the medals, but it's also what we did for the country. So to give that up, you can just imagine what level they have gone through mentally.
Okay.
And as a sportsman, they're mentally very strong.
Yes,
these
absolutely.
are wrestlers.
Yes, I agree with you about the mental state when they have been protesting since 23rd of April. And it's going on. And now they have reached Haridwar, where any moment perhaps these Olympians will be throwing their medal in Ganges. I remember the statement that they have put out. Nikhil is joining me live from Haridwar. Nikhil, so is it 3 of them who will be throwing their medals? What about others who have joined in this protest?
Well, Maria, as of now, we can see some commotion because a while back the wrestlers who had come here to immerse their medal inside the holy river Ganga, they were sitting here on the floor, but now they have risen, they have stood up, and we were also given to understand that some sort of back-channel communication have started between the wrestlers and the concerned authority as well, quote unquote. But now we need to see what is the outcome, what has been decided by the wrestlers. But as of now, there is some kind of communication which is happening internally between the wrestlers. So we will have to wait for a while till they talk to media about what is their final decision, because they had arrived here at about 5:45. The time was given for the same at about 6 p.m. But since that time they were sitting here. Only Bajrang Poonia was somewhere at different location. He was speaking, is what we have been told to us through sources, that he was trying to establish some kind of connection. And this is something which was being talked about since the news broke in that they are going to take this kind of step. There were many of the people who have shown their reaction on social media platform as well. And even at this particular site where we are currently reporting from, the Ganga Samiti were against the decision which was made by the wrestlers. They also asked them to reconsider their decision of immersing the medal inside the holy river Ganga.
Yes, there seems to be a commotion there. And Nikhil, is there a possibility that now that the communication has been established with some higher-ups, we really do not know who these higher-ups are, then there could be a rethink that the wrestlers could go back to Delhi? Okay, we'll try and connect with Nikhil. But remember, the press release that was put out by wrestlers, they said clearly, इन मेडलों को हम गंगा में बहाने जा रहे हैं क्योंकि वो गंगा माँ है. जितना पवित्र हम गंगा को मानते हैं, उतनी ही पवित्रता से हमें मेहनत पर इन मेडलों को हासिल किया था. ये मेडल सारे देश के लिए ही पवित्र हैं और पवित्र मेडल को रखने की सही जगह पवित्र माँ गंगा हो सकती है. This is what they had said, saying that at 6 p.m. is when they will immerse it. It's already 7:10. Is there a possibility that there is some kind of rethink that's happening? Because certainly, as far as efforts to reach out to them is concerned, that has begun. So, Nikhil, are we to believe that there is a rethink that's happening now?
Well, this is the clarity will come out in a short while from now, but clearly reconsideration was taking place because we have seen for about more than an hour they were sitting here idly. In fact, Bajrang Poonia was the only wrestler who was not available at the site, and through the sources we have got this particular information that some back channel communication was established between the wrestlers and the concerned authority as well, again quote unquote. But now we need to see what is the outcome of the same. Is there any consensus which has been reached? Because because for months now we are seeing that starting, if we go by the detail, Maria, in the month of January, when the wrestlers sat here on the protest at the site of the Jantar Mantar, after a week they called off the protest after the intervention by Anurag Thakur, who is the sports minister, and at that time the oversight committee was formed. But after, when the wrestlers sat yet again on the protest at the site of the Jantar Mantar on 23rd of April, since that time no official communication started between the ministry or the sports persons who sat on the protest. But now it seems like after the news broke in that they are going to do this kind of activity at the holy site in the Har Ki Pauri area of Haridwar, it seems like some of the communication finally started, because this is something which nobody wanted. And even at this particular place there are many of the people, many of the devotees as well, and this is something which we have already mentioned, Maria, that the Ganga Samiti, who is the part of the Har Ki Pauri, they have also raised their concerns against the decision made by the wrestlers. They have also asked them to reconsider their decision. They have clearly informed that this is the platform which is used religiously and should be avoided to use Har Ki Pauri as a place for the political turn of event. So now we will have to wait for a while if they are going to speak to the media.
Okay.
So these are the things.
Let's see. We'll continue to stay with those visuals as they come in. Remember, the wrestlers began their protests in January, but they had called it off the same month after India's sports ministry had stripped Brij Bhushan Singh of his administrative powers for a few weeks, and the government said that they are investigating their complaints. But the wrestlers then restarted their protests in April, calling for his arrest. The police has filed 2 cases against Brij Bhushan Singh, including one under POCSO, which is Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act, which deals with sexual offences against children. And although Brij Bhushan Singh, as you heard, has been saying that the law is being misused, he has been questioned by the police so far, but no arrest has been made. AB Subbaiah is Arjuna awardee and former hockey player, is joining us. Imtiaz Anees continues to be with us. AB Subbaiah, will you still make an appeal to these wrestlers? Don't throw away your medals, because these are hard-fought, hard-earned medals.
Yeah, definitely. I request them not to do that, because that's their lifetime achievement. And moreover, along with them, as Sunita told, there is many people work with them, their coaches, their sports scientists, their people, their government people, everybody. You achieved with a lot of hard work. I think you'll definitely, if you'll get the justice, you only have to wait for a few more days. I think the investigation is happening, what I heard, as per that, but they should be little patient, and they should not get into this of throwing the Olympic medal, which is very precious for any sports person. It's for any sports person, and you earned for this country. We all respect you. You are legendary players. Please don't throw your medals like this. And you have, you will get a justice if you all are really true, and you will get it. As you all are fighting so much, I think the justice will be served.
Yes, Imtiaz Anees, what will you be telling these wrestlers? Don't throw away your medals, because this is really, really precious, not only for them, but for in the entire country. And going on this path may not be a right solution for what they are seeking, their demand.
I understand that it is not the right the right way, but I think the point that people are missing is not whether they're throwing their medals, not whether it's been thrown in the Ganges, or not whether the Ganges society is saying, Ganga society is saying that, you know, these are for religious. Those are all irrelevant. Right now we should hear them.
Yes.
People are going, now we're talking, now we're listening. The actual crux of it is that they've come to the point of actually doing something as drastic as that. Now, whether it was throwing or whether it was cutting up or whatever they were going to do with them, it is wrong. But it is to that extent that they're gone to say, please hear us. That's all. You know, they should be heard. As I always said, the court will decide. But at least give them the proper decorum that they should never be treated like this. I mean, they're real heroes.
Absolutely. I mean, they are heroes of this country, and the entire country is watching them, looking up to them. AB Subbaiah, you know, if you look at how much of medals, how many medals they have achieved, they are in the Hall of Fame. Sakshi Malik, Olympic Games, Commonwealth Games, Asian Championship, so is Vinesh Fogart, so is Bajrang Punia, and they have decided to throw away their medals.
They're definitely a legendary players for us. They will be remembered in the history also. So what I'm saying for this reason, yeah, I know it's very sensitive thing, and everybody feels that they should get a justice. But if I just move away from this, but the same thing in the Punjab election when it has happened, that many people in Punjab, they said we'll return our awards, we'll return our medals. So I don't know why it has come to this level to put a pressure on the any agencies. Like, no, when the Supreme Court is your premier court, which is said that there make sure that that will be justice will be served to them, whoever it is right and all that they're involved. They know about everything, and whole Indian people know about this because everybody followed. I think only little patience they should be. I think they should be in little patience. Otherwise, I think what the steps they're taking is, I think it's too big actually to think of.
You're saying that it's too big and drastic, but AB Subbaiah, you know, the counter view is that they wanted attention to come on their demands. They have been sitting on protest at Jantar Mantar for weeks now.
Who's who they wanted to invite? Only the Prime Minister or the Supreme Court, highest court in our country? It is already known. It's taken like complete control of this. Like, no, when before this they went there, and all over India, everybody is following up this case. So everybody know about this, but you want to force them to take some drastic steps. I don't know. That's what is their court process and all that. I think after the investigation only, I think they can take some action or something like that. I don't know much about the judiciary part of it. Otherwise, see, they have to be little patient, as I said.
Okay, so you are of the opinion that the oversight committee was not made public by the government because of the sensitivity of the issue. The report has been made available to the DP. There was an oversight committee which was formed. Remember, if we look at the timeline of the entire event and how this entire wrestler versus government has been going on for weeks now, Brij Bhushan Sharan was told to step aside from the daily workings of the Wrestling Federation in order to allow a fair probe. You know, dramatic visuals coming in from on ground in Haridwar. Is it only moment now that they will be going ahead and immersing it or immersing the medals, or is there some channel of communication which has been established between them and the higher authorities? Who are these higher authorities? Nikhil will try and give us clarity. So Nikhil, so is there a final decision that they will be going ahead and throwing away their medals?
Well, Mara, this is something which is not yet decided. Had this been the scene, then they would have arrived at the time, and after the arrival, they would have done all the activity which they have mentioned in their statement that at about 6 p.m. they are going to immerse their medal inside the holy river Ganga. But it seems like, and this is something which we have been telling you again and again for our viewers as well, that now many of the supporters have gathered here in support of these wrestlers. There are some Indian flags as well which are being raised right at the side of Pauri, and there are some sloganeering as well which is currently underway by the supporters who have arrived here from different places. And there are other familiar faces as well who were usually seen at the protest site of Jantar Mantar. They have also arrived here. So we can say that the supporters in decent number along with the wrestlers, they are currently here. And the wrestlers as well, yet again they have sat on the floor. They are currently deciding as to what is the final call, what has been decided. And as mentioned earlier as well, some sort of communication established between the concerned authority and with the wrestlers as well. This is taking, Maria, longer than the usual to take a call by the wrestlers. They are mulling over the fact that what is the final outcome of that particular phone call which was being made. and this is something which we have learned
And
through the
phone call
sources
happened
who are
between who all?
inside this particular...
Nikhil, who was the person who called them? And the call was made to whom?
Maria, for that we will have to wait for a while. But this is the crucial piece of information which we can confirm, and this is something which is now evident as well. Because had they been doing the kind of activity which they have mentioned, they could have done it long back. Because they arrived here at the site right around 5:45 p.m. and now it is about close to 7:20 p.m. It also confirms that there is no clarity yet if they are going to do so, what has been mentioned earlier today by them in a statement which has been released on the social media platform by Bhushan Poonia, Sakshi Malik and Vinesh Fogart as well. So as of now, the deliberations are currently underway. There is some commotion which we can confirm now, and also what we can confirm is that some official communication started between the wrestlers and the concerned authority. Let that particular word remain concerned authority only. We will get to it after a while as to whether the phone call happened, WhatsApp call happened, or whether the textual call happened, because many of the people as well who have arrived here, they all are in view of the same, that the wrestlers should not go ahead with their call. And the Ganga Samiti also we have mentioned earlier, but now it is on the wrestlers to take a call what they are going to decide. And all the wrestlers, be it Bhushan Poonia, Satyavrat, Sakshi Malik, Sangeeta Fogart or others as well, they all are currently holding this discussion as to what is the final call. But now, as far as the teams
Nikhil,
are
since you
concerned,
have
Maria,
been covering
there is
these
huge
protests regularly, I want to understand from you, why did the wrestlers choose today for this action, and what really was the reason behind it? Because if you look at it, they have been saying that they would be taking something drastic. Was it what happened on Sunday and the subsequent FIR by the Delhi police that prompted him to go in for something as drastic as this?
Well, there are multiple reasons which could be cited as to why this particular day has been chosen to carry out the activity. Firstly, in what appears is that they want to gain the momentum, because on the social media platform, be it Facebook, Twitter or Instagram in particular, there is sympathy in support with the wrestlers after the pictures which broke out on the day when the new parliament building was opened up by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. We have seen those pictures and videos as well, that how the champions of the nations or protesters now, so to say, they were dragged brutally by the Delhi police. They were manhandled as well. They were detained, in fact. Later on, they were released. And after which, there was this official version as well of the Delhi police saying that they are not going to allow the wrestlers to sit in for the protest at the site of the Jantar Mantar. If need be, they are going to provide them another site. And yesterday, there was this video statement which was out from one of the wrestlers who is also a part of the protest, Sakshi Malik. She made it very clear that the discussions are being made among all the wrestlers. They are going to decide what is the further move. And now we can see that the action has started. There is this movement, there is this commotion which has started happening. It appears that gradually the wrestlers are moving towards a particular direction. Which direction they are moving is something which is against the side, which is opposite the side of the Har Ki Pauri. So has the call finally been made by the wrestlers, or are they going to go ahead with their call? For that, the visuals will clarify further. It is going to be very much evident.
So we really do not know whether the wrestlers will be going ahead and immersing or throwing away their medals in the next few minutes, because there has been some call that has been established, some line of communication that has been established between them and the government. So it seems that they are moving away from the river now. Possibly that there is some kind of rethink which has happened. Imtiaz, I would say that's a welcome move, because if they do not throw away the medals, which has been, which has brought glory to the country, then there has to be communication, and this, extreme step or drastic step should be really rethought.
No, I totally understand that. Even the fact that they are waiting, that means it is something that they really want to talk. I mean, that just proves the point. Otherwise, they would just go there, do the job. I mean, these are athletes. They've got a single goal, single mind. If that's what they wanted to do, they would have just gone it and done it, and the process would have been over by now. The fact that they have waited is that they're in heart. They just want to be heard. They want people to see that this is where the extent that you all have driven us just because we haven't been heard. That's all, I think so.
Okay. They want to be heard is what a former Olympian is saying. And these are men and women who have brought immense glory to India. And you can hear that slogan of Bharat Mata Ki Jai being chanted there as well. India has celebrated them repeatedly, time and again, every time they traveled after winning bronze medal, silver medal, gold medal in various games, be it Asian Championship, be it Commonwealth Games, or even the Olympic, of course, the big victory that they have got for India. Jagmati Sangwan, former volleyball player, is also joining us. Jagmati, what are your thoughts when you look at these visuals? What will you be telling these wrestlers?
I want to advise the wrestlers, they should not go to such extreme steps. After all, the people of the nation are standing with them. But yes, really, the government and its agencies which are responsible to implement the POCSO and other POSH laws, they are not sincere to it. They are protecting Brij Bhushan Sharan to the level that he was sitting in the parliament in front of our Prime Minister and our Sports Minister Anurag Thakur, who has been saying that who are playing with the dignity of our nation, गोली मारो सालों को. आज वो अनुराग ठाकुर के पास में ही बैठा हुआ था ब्रिज भूषण शरण, जो एक नाबालिग लड़की के साथ
जगमती जी, ब्रिज भूषण अभी थोड़ी देर पहले हमारे संवाददाता से उन्होंने बात की है और उनका कहना ये है कि ये पूरी जो है वो पॉलिटिक्स है. और अगर अभी तक जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन हुआ है दिल्ली पुलिस के साथ, उन्होंने इन्वेस्टिगेशन में कोऑपरेट किया है. Okay, let me go to Nikhil, who continues to be with us. So Nikhil, have the wrestlers moved away from the river side, and have they moved away to a place which is more plain? Is that what you're sensing, that there has been a rethink and they're moving back?
Well, the fresh piece of information suggests us that Naresh Tiket has arrived in the city of Haridwar. He has also established a connection with the wrestlers. Some time has been sought with the wrestlers to rethink and reconsider their decision. But as of now, these are the exclusive visuals of all these wrestlers who had come here to submerge, to immerse their medal inside the holy river Ganga. And now there is chaos, there is commotion all around. And what we can confirm is that the wrestlers are gradually moving away from Har Ki Pauri. So it confirms now that they are not going to go ahead with the call which was given to them.
Okay, that's the big update that is coming now. The wrestlers have decided not to. The wrestlers have decided not to immerse or throw away their medals, is what Nikhil is telling us. For the moment that there is a rethink that has happened. Why is Rakesh Tiket there? I'm trying to understand that. What is this politics that is happening there, Nikhil? What brings Rakesh Tiket on ground in Haridwar? Okay, we'll try and connect with Nikhil. But those visuals that are coming in from Haridwar shows that the wrestlers have started doing a rethink. That they will not be going ahead and immersing or throwing away their medals. They have gone back. There has been some communication that has been established between them and higher authorities or concerned authorities, as sources are telling us. So this is certainly a welcome move. What does it mean? Will it not be about today? Or will they be doing some kind of an action or a drama or this move tomorrow? We really do not know. We are hoping that these wrestlers will be speaking to the media. But for the moment, wrestlers deciding not to throw. Wrestlers deciding not to throw away their medals, which is a welcome move, as most Olympians, most players have been appealing to them. The appeal has been that don't throw away what has been your hard-earned, hard-fought, battle in those, in which it's a moment of glory. Those medals have been earned for India, and don't throw it away because you are fighting or you want justice in this battle. The battle for justice should continue. This is not, and this don't take an extreme step is the big message that is coming in. So what is happening now, Nikhil? Where are the wrestlers heading?
So, Maria, we have been given to understand that after speaking with different Khap Panchayat leaders, different leaders of their community and different, people from their side, they are finally given time to rethink, reconsider. But what we can confirm is that today's program, which was scheduled by the wrestlers themselves, that they are going to immerse their medal inside the holy river Ganga, it has been postponed. This is the big breaking piece of information for the viewers of CNN News 18. They have left the area of Pauri. Now they are moving towards different location, and we have spoken to one of the close aide, one of the close supporter who sits with all these wrestlers. He has personally told us that there were some of the leaders from the Khap Panchayat, from the Chaudhary side as well. They have given their pagdi. उन्होंने कहा कि आपको इस बारे में सोचना चाहिए, ये मेडल मुझे दे दो. So the medals have been taken by those leaders, and finally they are moving on the side of the Pauri. So this is a big call, big piece of information which is now being confirmed on the screen of the CNN News 18, and also what we said earlier, that some sort of communication has been established, but we will have to wait for a while for further clarity as to what kind of communication was established, who were the people with whom the wrestlers got in touch with, and what is the final consensus which has been reached between all the stakeholders. But now,
so can we say that it was Rakesh Tikait and other farm leaders who were supporting these wrestlers? They have convinced them that they should not throw away their medals. The Kisan Netas convincing the wrestlers that don't throw away the medals, and hence this entire event has been called off. The wrestlers now heading back. Will they be doing a rethink and doing something like this tomorrow? What does it mean? Are they coming back to Delhi? What do we know, Nikhil?
We will get to that particular point, but in the visuals you can see that this is the particular car, Fortuner of all these wrestlers, and in front of this particular car, this Fortuner, you can see that there is signature sign of Olympics as well, and Bajrang Punia is now going to ride this particular car. Inside the car we can see that Sakshi Malik in pink top, she is sitting in between. There are other wrestlers as well who have sat inside this particular car. But now what we can confirm, Maria, is that the program which was officially scheduled to take at about 6 p.m. at Pauri side by the wrestlers to immerse their medal inside the holy river Ganga, it has been postponed after speaking to the concerned department, after speaking to the leaders from the farmer side as well. But what we do know apart from this is that Rakesh Tikait is also in the city of Haridwar, and also there are some leaders who have convinced them. They have taken the medals of all these wrestlers.
Give government 5 more days. Continue to speak to the government because they have to come up with some solution. Give them time to come up with a solution is what has been agreed upon as wrestlers now decide not to throw away their medals, which is certainly a welcome decision, a decision or an appeal of this nature has been read out. Remember, several Olympians, several players, in fact, kept appealing to the wrestlers to not take such an extreme step. Now the wrestlers, it seems, have decided that they will be going back to Delhi, returning to Delhi, and this entire plan of throwing away their medals has been put on hold for another 5 days. Why 5 days? What is the assurance that has come from the government is something we'll try and pick from our sources, but the details that are coming in from Nikhil is that there has been a rethink and now the wrestlers are returning to Delhi. Go ahead, Nikhil, give us a sense of what is happening. Who is driving, and are all the wrestlers sitting in this white car, white Innova?
So Maria, this is the white Fortuner which we are talking about. There is sign of Olympic as well, which is of the 5 ring. Bajrang Poonia is riding this particular Fortuner car. Inside this particular Fortuner, all the wrestlers are correcting, and ahead which is being driven by a supporter who has told 18 that some communication happened with the farm leaders as well. That we will have to wait for a while. We should not name any one person, any particular leader from the farm.
Okay, with slogans of Bharat Mata Ki, now the entire team of all the wrestlers now returning to Delhi. Krishna Poonia is now joining us. Krishna Poonia, आप क्या बोलेंगे जब आप ये देख रहे हैं कि फाइनली रेसलर्स ने ये डिसाइड किया है कि वो अपने जो मेडल्स हैं वो अब गंगा में नहीं फेंकेंगे?
मैं मारिया
जी आपकी आवाज आ रही है, आप बताइए।
चाहूंगी कि जिन भी साथियों ने उन्हें ये मैं उसको आभार व्यक्त करती हूँ कि चाहूंगी कि अब फिर सरकार के पास मौका है इन बेटियों को सुनने के लिए कि इनकी बात सुनो आप। और कोई भी महिला अपनी अश्मत पे आके कभी भी इस तरीके का काम नहीं करेगी। इस देश के संस्कार इतने कमजोर नहीं है, और हम जब हमारी बेटी पैदा होती है तभी उन्हें इन संस्कारों में हम बांध देते हैं। और आज जब इनके सर से पानी ऊपर,
लेकिन आज जो रेसलर्स ने ये फैसला लिया था कि वो गंगा में अपने मेडलों को बहाएंगे, वो फैसला एक्सट्रीम था। यहाँ पर कोशिश करनी चाहिए कि कोई सोल्यूशन हो। अब जब 5 दिन का उनको बोला गया है, 5 दिन का समय दें, तो ये क्या आपको लगता है फाइनली ये सोल्यूशन हो जाएगा?
देखिए 35 डेज लगभग वो लोग जंतर मंतर पर रहे। जिस तरीके से उनको घसीटा गया, उनको जूतों के तले रौंदा गया, उनको अरेस्ट किया गया, और उसके बाद में जिस तरीके से जंतर मंतर पर उनका जो धरना चल रहा था उसे उठाया गया। घर तक जब ये लोग
जी। Okay, let me get a quick word now from Nikhil, who is on ground. So, Nikhil, protest called off for the moment in Haridwar. Wrestlers returning to Delhi, and they have said that they will be now looking at or rethinking after 5 days what to do next. Nikhil. Okay, we'll try and connect with Nikhil in just a bit. But yes, as sources have been saying that there is a timeline that was followed by the government, and they have been trying to their best to come to a solution. Brij Bhushan Singh, cases have been filed against him. He is being questioned as well. This remains our top focus here on CNN News 18. We are slipping into a short break.